All right, everyone, welcome back to the Prep Talk, episode 18. 18, right?
18, correct.
All right, with me, Coach Rio, and my co-host, Coach Sari. Today, we have a very, very special guest, I guess. We have, how should I address it, Laura or Laura Phillips?
No, Laura's fine.
Yeah, we have Laura from Team Laura Phillips.
You got it.
All right, yeah. So, what we want to cover basically today is to advocate and to emphasize more about women and fitness, and also your story, basically your success story as well, and how basically from where you started. I've been following you, looking at your Instagram and stuff, how you started off and till now. The changes is, I would say, amazing, jaw dropping. Yeah, so we would love to know, and I would love you to share your story on how you put you through into that journey of yours and making into a good business empire for you. I know you're a hustler.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
That's my middle name.
Yep. Yeah. So basically, I mean, you can introduce yourself. I mean, how young are you anyway?
Sorry?
How young are you anyway?
How young am I? That's exactly how I say it. I'm super young. I'm 34.7, give or take.
Ah, nice. I'm younger than you. I'm 21.
21?
No, I'm
What
kidding.
the-
All right. Yeah. So
21 times, is this your 10th time turning?
that's a
21?
secret. That's a
Okay,
secret.
okay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So who is Laura Phillips? How
Who
do you
is
start it? Yeah.
Laura Phillips. My God. She is a force, isn't she?
Yeah, I can see that.
She's a force. So I've always been into fitness. When people ask how did I get into it, I don't feel that I got into it. It wasn't something that I entered. I feel like
They found you.
I feel like it's in the DNA.
All right.
I feel like it's in the DNA. It's just woven into the DNA. I wanted to run away and join the circus at the age of 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah, truly. And that's when I first entered gymnastics.
Nice.
So, in fact, I started ballet at 2. That was my first foray into physical activity, which then followed into gymnastics. Ballet wasn't athletic enough for me.
Okay, wasn't challenging enough.
It was, look, there's a lot of merit in ballet. I know a lot of bodybuilders study ballet,
Yep.
right? But it just wasn't powerful in terms of how athletic it was. I wanted
Okay.
to be jumping off and on things.
Okay.
It needed to be a bit more risky for me.
All right.
So I transitioned into that, fell in love with swimming at the age of 8, swam for 12 or so years competitively.
Not bad.
And when you swim in Australia, you swim 9 times a week and you do 3 gym sessions a
Yep.
week and you run, and that is the minimum.
Nice.
That's not impressive, that's standard.
It's normal.
Oh, that's standard.
Normal, that's standard. No,
That's
that's
something new for me. All right.
So I did that for about 12 years. Along the way, I also did water polo and sailing. Fun fact, I went to the World Championships of Sailing,
Awesome.
made the finals. That was 2014 from memory. So I've just always been into fitness. It's not something I entered per se.
Well, from what I hear, I mean, sorry, I think she's a freaking machine, I guess. She's a freaking machine.
You need to take breaks in between, you know that?
We don't know breaks. We don't know her.
Yeah, she's always been like dropping me like voice note. Oh, we're a hustler.
Hustle,
yeah.
hustle. Look, everyone has their own frequency. Everyone
Yeah,
has
yeah,
their
yeah,
own
for
natural
sure.
cadence, and mine is very different to that of most people.
Yeah.
Like, I get that. And as it relates to performance, you just have to understand yourself. It's all a self-awareness game.
Okay.
Some people function well on 4 hours of exercise a day.
Yeah, for sure.
Some people would die.
Yep, correct, true.
And there's a whole spectrum in between. I don't think one is right or wrong. I think it's about knowing yourself and leveraging that self-awareness.
Very true, very true. So I mean, since you say that you start from 2 doing gymnastic, then you're doing sailing and stuff. So I mean, when was the transition into you really going dive into strength training, changing yourself physically? I mean, you already have that mentality, that drive. You don't need motivation, I guess, right? Yeah. So when was the biggest transition?
The biggest transition.
Yeah.
So during my time swimming, I developed a chronic inflammatory condition.
Okay.
You saw that coming.
Yep, I know.
Here's the thing. What I suspect the etiology of that was, so the origin of that was, I believe it was a combination of low iron, so insufficient iron stores, in conjunction with 7 hours of exercise a day.
Yep.
That'll do it. I was training for swimming about 4 hours a day, but I did active subjects in school. So in school, I also did dance as a subject.
All right.
I also did physical education as a subject.
Oh, nice.
So all in all, I was doing about 7 hours of exercise a day on not enough iron, not enough protein,
That machine. This guy.
and just in general, not the best nutrition, and not from neglect, by the way, because I just don't know I didn't know then what I know now.
All right.
So I'm now certified sports nutritionist. Back then,
Awesome.
I absolutely was not.
So the thing is, I was about to ask her before she go on to the nutrition part. Do you eat? Right. So
Yeah.
there's recovery is not there. I mean, if you're burning like what 3,000, 4,000 calories
true.
per day, and then you're eating like a bird, inflammation is gonna be creeping up to you.
For sure, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, when you have insufficient iron stores, which is just a byproduct of that volume of exercise, then if we're specifically talking about women, if your menstrual cycle starts at a young age, if you have a heavy menstrual cycle, your risk is greater for all of that.
Yep.
And again, I just didn't know then what I know now. So I wound up with a chronic inflammatory condition, costochondritis. So for the listeners, the cartilage that connects your ribcage to your sternum, chronic inflammation there, super, super painful. Ended up leaving swimming through...
At what age?
I was late teens, early 20s.
Alright.
So my volume had to
Reduce,
really,
yeah.
really had to dial down because of that. So I obviously couldn't give it my all. I could barely breathe. I could literally barely breathe.
For sure, definitely.
And when you swim, you kind of need to be able to just breathe. So that was the best thing that ever happened to me. And it took some time to find the right person to help me. That was about a 2 or 3 year journey.
Okay.
Because whilst my diagnosis was correct,
Alright.
the treatment wasn't actually moving the needle.
Why is it so?
So initially I saw a thoracic specialist
Okay.
who had all these beautiful degrees plastered on
Yeah,
his
yeah,
body. He
yeah.
had like
Definitely,
13,
right?
you know.
Yeah.
And typically they would suggest a combination of anti-inflammatories and pain medication.
The usual.
The usual,
Yeah.
yeah. Sounds like a good solution. It was making me violently ill. The painkillers were making me violently ill.
Okay.
And I just was not getting better. So I went from one specialist to the next, to the next, to the next. And that was about 2+ years.
Oh, that's freaking long there.
Looking for a solution that would actually address my pain and
Definitely.
the inflammation. Meanwhile, I still didn't know that I was low in iron.
Okay.
No one told me to look there.
Okay, they never do a proper blood work and check on certain parts.
Did you even initiate yourself to run the blood work and stuff?
I just didn't suspect that would tie into it.
Oh, really?
And I'm such a wimp when it comes to blood work.
Ah.
Like, you put a snake in front of me, I'll be fine.
Needles? No.
Please no, just cannot. I cannot. I literally like pass out. So it was just not something that crossed my mind.
Okay, at what point or which specialist start to direct you to the right direction?
It took about 2 years, as I mentioned. It wasn't until I came across the Australian swim team physiotherapist. And it was a physiotherapist who actually did the most for me.
The simple things, yeah?
Simple.
The most simple things.
Simple. The stars kind of aligned. I found the right person at the right time.
Okay.
I got a job at a gym and pool complex back in Brisbane.
Alright.
So I got free gym and pool membership.
Okay.
I had to do gym work as a part of my swimming training anyway. So I had some level of education as it relates to fitness
Alright.
and gym. And I kind of just picked up where I left off in a way. You know, when my
Okay.
body was well enough to start training again, I just started training. I was just doing what I remembered from my swimming days. About 2 years later, I got my, back home we would say, certificate 3 and 4 in fitness. I already had a degree in public health, but that's a social science. It's not
Yeah.
quite the
Yeah,
same.
true,
And I just took it forward from there. So that's now 14, 15 years.
That's fantastic, bro.
So how did the physiotherapist address your iron deficiency, and are you still kind of like following that protocol?
Good question. So the physio also didn't address my iron. Honestly, this is something I found out about relatively recently in the grand scheme of things.
Okay.
Yes. It wasn't until I was recording a podcast
Okay.
with an iron specialist as, for lack of a better term, like a payment for doing the podcast.
Okay.
Understand?
They offered to do blood work.
Okay. Did you finally do the blood work with needles all?
I did the blood work. I
Was that
resisted-
your your first out of a few after years?
I had done blood work perhaps twice before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of all that work since young,
I clearly don't like needles.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I finally did it. My ferritin was, I believe, 20.
Flying high. It's flying high.
Yeah,
Okay.
27, 28, 29,
The reason I asked is
somewhere
because
in the 20s.
iron deficiency runs in my family.
Ah,
Right. So I know what you're talking about. So we are thalasseminic, right? So low red blood count and also low iron deficiency. Okay. So I know where this comes from. But when you say you have some issues there, I know where you're going at. So I want to know how do you address that?
I got an infusion.
Okay. Okay.
So, in discovering how deficient I was,
Mm-hmm.
a few months later, I was traveling home for Christmas.
Uh-huh.
Thankfully, Brisbane, very easy to get an iron infusion.
Yep.
So, I got an iron infusion. Felt incredible, as you'd expect.
Okay.
Performance skyrocketed. Had boundless energy. Recovery improved, as you can
Yep.
imagine. And so since then, it's been much more top of list, top of mind, much
Alright.
more vigilant.
Okay.
Very nice.
On top of that, how do you change your nutrition? Does red meat play a big role in it?
Yeah, I like red meat and I do eat it. So I'm much more vigilant about getting that.
Yep.
I think with just the amount of exercise I do,
Yep.
eating red meat alone isn't going to cut it.
Mm-hmm.
And keeping my vitamin C high is just not going to cut it.
Yep.
So I've since had 2 iron infusions.
Ah, okay.
And so I'm due for blood work, but I try to test every year at least
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. That's good.
for normal things, including iron.
So does that, with that knowledge that you have and change in your nutrition, do you change the volume of your training now? Emphasizing
I don't
more
think
on
so.
recovery?
It looks similar. It looks the same.
See?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Because if you were to, cut back a bit of the volume, you would see some, in terms of recovery and the body trying to, even though you get the iron infusion, it will help you in the long term, right? So, you're only this young, so imagine you're older and you keep doing the same volume. Yes, good and bad. Good that you will muscle mass and everything, right? Bad is that you're running in a hamster in the wheel.
Yes.
Yep. You're just chasing the iron thingy.
Yes.
Yep. So
Yeah.
it's best to tweak it a bit, your volume of training, and probably emphasize a certain training methods. Yeah.
Right, so there's things you can do like include lactoferrin. You can obviously supplement.
Yep,
you can
correct,
have
yes, iron
oral
pills,
kind
yeah,
of- Yes. So it's all much more top of mind. And of course, once you've had those feelings of brain fog and of
Yeah.
irritability when you're trying to sleep and always waking up feeling like you've had 5 hours of sleep,
Sure.
even if you've had 7
Yep.
or 8, you come to realize and recognize when you're running low, when it's time to do that blood work, and when it's time to check
Yep.
all of those markers. So,
So
you-
basically, I've been saying to some of my clients or even athletes, you have to be in tune with your own body.
yes.
Yeah.
Right, so you're just going haphazardly. I feel like. You need to know where you should be. Okay, this is a bit different, right? You have to be feeling it inward so that you can address the issue that's coming down the road, right?
Yeah, I feel that how our body responds, telling us it's more complex.
Yep.
So I would say most of individual will be neglect in terms of how the body respond in terms of giving symptoms. They thought that it's just a normal thing. I should be fine. I doesn't need to run blood work. But yeah, so by running that and looking at the markers and stuff, then this would amplify and signal them that this is much more important than what they used to think and stuff, right?
You just don't know how good you can feel if you're used to not feeling good.
Yeah, eating healthy doesn't mean your markers is gonna be great. It's gonna be fine, you know. Yeah,
100%.
yeah. Because look at yourself. You're a machine. You're doing a lot of things, not eating, having good physique, and boom, low iron.
Like that. Like that.
So with let's move on forward in terms of the training. Let's go through her training and stuff. I would love to see and love to
no.
understand.
Sample of it.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, looking at how you train and how you program your routine, your splits and stuff. I mean, from what you're doing, from swimming, gymnastic and stuff. I mean, when did you master and solidify your I would say the fundamentals of your strength training?
I don't think I've mastered anything, by the way.
Why not?
I
Why
think
not?
the moment you think you've mastered something, you've lost.
True.
And I think there's always another layer and level of nuances to be uncovered.
Yep. You're always constantly learning.
Yep.
Always. As you said, like if you're constantly tuning in with your body, you know, when you squat, are you aware of where your weight's distributed? Is there enough weight distributed on the inside of your foot versus the outside, versus the front of the foot, versus the back of the foot? And there's layers and layers and layers and layers of detail. I don't think that
for
ever
sure.
stops. So I don't think I've mastered anything. Yeah, I always like to give credit where credit is due and remain ignorant.
Understand? I know where you're coming from.
Okay. So based on what you said, did you find the faults that you yourself know? Did you change certain ways of your training to improve or progress?
Yeah, so certainly including different rep ranges was a big switch for me. So
Were you a high volume? Looks like it.
ish.
Okay.
But getting more comfortable in the, you know, the like 4 to 6 rep range, or even like 1 to 3 rep range,
Okay.
is a more recent. When I say recent, I mean probably last 6 years.
Okay. Why the 1 rep range? 1 to 3. Why?
As in, I've just worked a little bit. I've included that a little bit more than
Okay.
what I did previously.
Okay.
So I'll do like maybe one top set between like, let's see how many reps I can do. I'll choose a weight and go like 1 to 5 reps.
Okay.
My goal will be somewhere between 1 and 5 reps for whatever that weight is.
Okay.
Then I'll back off and do like 8 to 12 reps,
Alright.
depending how psycho I am on the day,
Okay. Okay.
depending on the exercise. Maybe then 20 reps. So including more of the lower rep ranges across the board of most of my exercises.
Oh, so it doesn't really matter which body part.
Look, a psycho is a psycho.
Okay. Okay.
Consistently psycho.
Okay.
I mean, look, am I going to do stiff arm pull downs for 4 reps? No, but
Okay.
back squats, front squats, bench press, barbell rows, sure.
Yeah. Okay. So that means the bigger compound movements.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say if you were to do isolation movements for, let's say, your rear delts and so on and so forth, how will you approach that? Is it the same?
Oh, come on,
No.
man.
Okay, like maybe 2 working sets. Like if we're doing rear delt flies, maybe 2 sets of 12 to 15. Maybe a
okay.
drop to like
Okay.
20 reps.
Because some maniac over there was, oh, she does this. Oh, I would do my rear delt same.
That's the thing.
Oh, this is
Everyone
that's
who
context,
listens-
right?
Yes.
That's the double-edged sword of
Yeah.
putting your word out there and sharing your take on things.
Yep.
There's always going to be at least one person who's like, "Ooh, maybe I should do
Yeah,
it like
yeah,
that."
yeah,
No,
yeah.
you
No,
should not
sure.
train like me.
Yep.
That's a bad idea. Even I know it's a bad idea to train like me. I know that.
Yep.
Do you know, every workout I'm like, why do I hate myself so much? Like, why?
Or people would think, who hurt you?
Yeah.
what was the flame? What was the anger inside you?
You really want to know?
Why not?
Of course, let's go for it.
Yeah.
Look, just not having that belief of a certain family member, that doubt, that's fuel.
Really?
That's fuel. Fuck yeah. Can I swear? Too
Why
late.
not?
Nah, it's okay.
Why not? Why
No
not?
problem.
It's,
No issues here.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
it's surprising. I mean, since you were, I can say, quote to quote, I would say that you were talented since young. You were active and stuff, and still, coming from you, you said that there's a doubt from a family member. That's quite surprising to know, to be honest. Yeah. Don't mind me asking. I mean, since we are diving in deep, I mean, why is that so?
Why did they doubt me?
Yeah.
You'd have to ask them.
Have you ever figured? I mean, I'm not in the seat right now.
Yeah. No, look, I once asked a family member, I was 5 years young, I remember. I still remember to this day. And this was the first time I ever felt doubted in my life. I was 5. So in my first year of school, in primary school, my teacher, for whatever reason, something happened to her, and I had a lot of replacement teachers. So there was very little consistency in my education. In year 1, also in my second grade of school, similar story. My teacher was on an amusement park ride, I believe, and she got whiplash.
Okay.
Poor girl. So again, there was just inconsistency with the teacher, and I don't blame anyone for that. That just is what it is. And I knew that I was the challenging thing with being really aware is that you're also really aware when you're not getting something.
Yep. Correct.
Right? So if I was blissfully unaware, oh, cool. But I was not blissfully unaware. I was very scared and aware of the fact that I was not picking up the curriculum.
All right.
And so I asked a particular family member if they thought I was a fast learner.
Okay.
Before you could blink, they said no. I was like, And part of me asked to test them as well. I think, no, for sure I know. Part of the reason I asked was that I wanted to see how much emotional safety I had with them. And I was testing them to see if they would be there for me emotionally and hold that space and give me a sense of reassurance. They did not. Is what it is, right?
Yep.
I've used that to fuel my life in some really positive ways. It's been very toxic fuel in a lot of ways as well.
For sure.
So, everyone in life is going to have their challenges and hurdles and traumas. I know that word gets thrown around a lot. But as an individual, you have the power to use the light that you can derive from that.
Right.
You can shine a light on it and let that move in a powerful direction. Or you can play the pity card and
that's most of what people are doing right now, right?
I mean, I can relate to what you're going through. I have also a very senior family member, all right? Male version of it, right? So,
Same.
Okay,
Same.
very close, right?
Same.
Right? So the thing is, look, throughout the career, I was a military man for 10 years. So the appointments that I get, I wouldn't say on camera, can be questioned as very sensitive for the color of my skin, again, right? So that also casts a doubt, right? So when I venture on to fitness and everything, the same thing, like I do. But I'm not that psycho because I'm not that young, right? So I still use that as fuel, right? So as fuel, as training, nutrition, not even not the doubt that, the comments and so on and so forth, right? You can use that as something positive, right? But don't, like for viewers out there, you use it for positive and you don't dwell it too long, right? As long as you see yourself that you're going forward, progressing, and then some people will overstep or rather push it further using that negativity. Right? Only use it for a certain extent. Then you always have that self-belief, right? So importantly, use that when you need it.
Yes.
Use it when you need it. That's all. Right.
I think too, you can't use the same fuel for everything.
Yep.
And I'm really lucky in that whilst I've had that experience and lived through that, aware of it, out the other side of it, know how to use it really positively most of the time. My mom has never doubted me for a second.
No.
So I'm really lucky. I'm really lucky in that I've actually experienced both. I have experienced doubt from a really close family member from a really young age.
Don't mind me asking, how many siblings do you have?
One. I have a younger brother.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, he's cute. Just not athletic. Cameron, I love you. I love you. He's not an athletic person. He's really great at other things though.
All right.
Really diplomatic. Great
all
guy.
right. Nice.
Yeah, so the flip side to that is I have a mum who has never, ever doubted me for half a second. And that's just phenomenal. And that's really positive fuel that I've always had, and I haven't understood the value of that until I became an adult, and until you start working with adults who clearly were doubted, not just by one person, by the way. Like, I was doubted by one person from a young age, but there are some people who have doubt from all angles.
Correct.
And look, things could always be worse. You could always have more doubt. You could always have more adversity. You could always have more trauma.
Yep.
And to what extent do you want to focus on that?
Yep.
At the end of the day, for me, I've just learned how to get the most out of those experiences.
Probably just turn it into something positive, use it as fuel, and then so that you don't go too long dwelling into it, and then after that it will be something negative and dark. So I mean, as in life we do have our experiences with doubts with different adults and so on and so forth, like doubting you, right? And so if you had the worst case scenario of doubt, nothing will overcome, or rather nothing will beat that. So I think in a way we can switch that back to being positive, right? So sometimes the viewers, I mean, I have clients who have, I mean, they do have doubts themselves, right? And to couple it with doubts from their loved ones, that's even worse. You know what I mean? Then when they come and see me, I'm not feel good. Why? I mean, doubts at work, their ability to perform a certain task, then doubts of whether they can progress, doubts from your loved one, and it becomes something like a snowball effect. So doesn't change much in terms of progress if they still dwell in those things. So I have a few clients of mine where I become a part-time a therapist.
Yes.
That one session can
You
become a
do.
therapy, for them, not for me.
True.
So sometimes as a trainer or as a coach, you have to learn to adapt and take it in and not keep it too long. I mean, I learned it even from my colleagues who are, I have clients who are therapists also, and psychologists and stuff like that. So it's just to compartmentalize it and then let it out. So sometimes you will see those clients who are like that. Doubt is the biggest, even self-doubt or even doubt from other people can be a very damaging thing.
For sure.
Yeah. So I just tell them, look, one thing you can do is, you can say that you can prove them wrong, but you tell yourself, if you can squat unassisted, like body weight, without touching anything, right, that's a win for you already. 10 reps for that. I mean, if the person is a bigger person, injuries and so on and so forth, cannot progress, and even that's a win, right?
Sure.
That's a win, right? So then they leave the gym happier. That's that task done. I mean, you can tell them, okay, next time you come in, you get better and get better and get better. Then I have a client, particular client. She has self-doubt for herself. She has a full-blown surgery, knee reconstruction. She can't squat for shit, okay? She's not young, right? I dealt with her for, not say a short period of time, but she managed to the point she can squat on her own, can do what do you call it? Bulgarian split squats.
Wow.
And she's not light, okay? She went over, she's a Christian, so we went over to the church, somewhere in Novena, so we have to climb up the stairs. She opted to climb up the stairs. She can now, right? The most touching thing is that she can kneel down and pray and stay there.
Oh, fantastic.
And then I'm like, I prayed for you. What did I do wrong? That's it. No. For giving me this back. Being able to kneel down, right? So the only reason she doesn't continue with me because she's moving place. So she did on her own. I said, don't overstep yourself, right? This is small wins. You know what I mean? Carry on. Don't like. She's very eager. I want to move more. No, slow and steady, right? So the fact that she can kneel down for a period of time, which is she can even kneel down to pray. I'm like, that's a win.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I mean, you see, I deal with a lot of these I wouldn't say clients that are competitive, but I do have, because I work in anytime fitness, right? So you see the thing they will come in, gain muscle, lose weight, or injury. So when you see this, you feel like good. I mean, she has no doubt about herself. She can say, I want to do things. She used to do body combat and stuff like that, and because of this, she can't. But now I hope she's fine when we don't overdoing things. Okay, she finally can pray, and I'm happy for her.
Wow.
Right? Okay. So I mean, with your experiences, that you also have self-doubt. I was like, how am I going to approach this lady? How am I going to work this out? But on the onset, I tell her, this is not going to be easy. It's not like a 2-minute thing. Tomorrow you're going to be able to walk. You have to be patient. Right? She agrees, she understands that. So I mean, it's a two-way street.
Absolutely.
Yep.
But you get good at what you practice, and people forget that. People forget that if you practice doubting yourself, you get good at doubting yourself.
Yep.
Definitely.
That
I believe,
becomes-
I'm not sure where you guys came across, when I believe when a man say they can and they can't, both answer is true. It boils down on how they feel, how they believe towards themselves, and what they envision. If they see that I can do this, it can be done. If they say that I can't do this without any action, it can't be done. It's all mental approach, I would say. Yeah. So, like, I'm just very curious. I mean, touching back about adapting and stuff, right? Because you're very active, like you said, since young, and having that doubt since young. Am I right to say that? I believe you hold a lot of, can I say, grudges?
Previously.
Basically, right? Yeah. So I believe when we are young, we are very vulnerable. We are very naive. So how does I would say your transition in terms of holding that grudges grow you into a person, and how did you basically contain? Is it still you still have the same flame, same grudges, same I would say anger still sitting in, or is it now getting better? You're getting wiser, whereby you can contain and I would say divert it accordingly into an action that you are doing. I believe when you're younger, you're just putting it in any kind of daily avenue and stuff. Am I right to say that, Laura?
That's a great point. I would say I have a better understanding, transitioning into adulthood myself. I have a better understanding of that person and why they said what they said when they said it. And I have more empathy and compassion for what has shaped them. And I don't take it as personally, right?
Yep.
It's a reflection of them.
Yep.
At the end of the day, their choice of words and how they handled that situation reflects them. And you have to understand and appreciate their story in order to appreciate, how that became a story for me.
True.
At the end of the day, did they get the self-belief and love and affection that they needed when they were young? No. Knowing what I know about this person? No. And so you can understand that honestly, this person could have turned out so much worse.
Yes. Yeah, but he did not.
They thankfully, turned out relatively okay in the grand scheme of things. Not a great moment, not their best moment.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe they regret that. Maybe they don't remember it. I don't know. So I think it's developing that appreciation of the person and not letting that moment paint the whole picture of that person. That is one moment of that whole person's life.
True.
And if you zoom out and take some perspective, it doesn't necessarily make them a bad person. It doesn't mean that they did that out of malice.
Yep.
Yeah, true. I would say it's more like being oblivious. Yeah, you can say that. Yeah.
And just underskilled, I think. Just underskilled as it relates to all emotional intelligence skills, quite frankly. So it's not what drives me to the same extent. It's not my only source of fuel now. I'd say I'm more fueled by love.
Okay.
So if I have a really hard rep to do, and if I know that this is going to be a I might die rep.
You bring back that thoughts.
Not that one. Not that one's my.
Wait, what would be that one rep, that one exercise that will bring you to dark places?
Oh, I've got stuck on the pendulum a few times.
Really?
Yeah.
Alright.
I've gotten down and I'm like, that's it. Game over.
Okay.
And that's okay because you don't know unless you try.
Yeah, true.
So that flame will get me till maybe the last 2 or 3 reps. But these days, the last rep, that I might die rep, I envision that someone has captured. It's so dramatic, but it tells a lot. I envision someone has captured my mom and my brother
Okay.
and my mom's
Fair
former partner.
Yeah.
And they're held hostage. The only way they get released is if I manage to do that rep.
Okay. Similar to like Dorian Yates.
Yeah. It's like putting gun on your head. Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm more fueled by love now. It's like my love for those people and wanting them to be safe and okay. That's what gets that last rep out.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, because I was so intrigued by what you shared, and I was really curious whether are you still in that state that it's the grudges is still the grudges is still flaming and stuff. So yeah, just wondering whether and now you're slightly more content, and with you now at 34, you're much more wiser to basically divert and use that on a different avenue. Yeah, that was an answer that I was that I want to dig it out from you. Yeah.
It gets me till the last 2 or 3 reps. The last rep really is these days fueled by love.
Nice.
But I'm still a psycho. Like, don't get me wrong.
Well, definitely, right? I mean, whatever it is and stuff, how you have already programmed yourself, it's still there. It's just like I said, you are much more wiser now, and you know on how to basically release that energy, that fire accordingly, rather
you have
than
to be able to switch it on and switch it off,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
change gears, because it wears thin being in the same gear with the
For
same
sure.
fuel for too long. It just wears on you.
Yeah, right.
It can only get you so far. You know, what got you here won't get you there.
Yep.
And so it serves a purpose, and you have to know when that point and purpose starts to run out,
Right.
and how to switch gears and how to switch fuel sources too.
True, fantastic. All right, next, what I want to touch base is also like, I mean, you're looking like this, so great, mean condition. All right, I believe it's not only women that's intimidated. I believe guys are intimidated as well. So before we touch base on that, I mean, like, how have any woman? I believe a lot of women have came up to you, say, Laura, I want to be like you. Laura, what do you do? So I mean, with that first approach, I mean, how would you basically advise women out there to start something just for their fitness and basically lifestyle? Yeah.
How to get started in
Yeah.
the gym?
Yep.
Start
for sure.
fitness?
Coming from you.
Literally just start. Just make it ugly, make it imperfect, make it as imperfect as possible, make it as nasty as possible, imperfect, like all of that, because
Sorry, you got a lot of questions.
you got a lot of questions. The only way you are able to refine your process is by repetition over a long period of time. And people overthink things.
Yeah.
You know, so you can't get to the point of being able to justify thinking things through and zooming out and recalibrating unless you have 6 months of training under your belt, 12 months of training under your belt, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. And a lot of people, if you think about the alphabet, a lot of people just need to get to the letter B.
Yep.
And they're already on letter Z.
Yep.
And like, bro, like, just dial it back. Let's get to B first, okay?
The reason I'm asking you this question is because in many episodes it comes from me and Sari, but today, I mean, to advocate and bring this message out, I want it coming from you. So, as a woman, as a strong woman, as a machine, so basically they can understand and visualize how they can structure, how they can start. Like you say, just start. Probably when we say, they say, you're not a woman, you don't understand. Yeah. So bringing you to these.
We have special, different needs, apparently.
Exactly.
No, we do not. Not really. We're not that different.
See, listen, guys.
And look, we are and we're not. We're different in ways that we don't realize, and we're really the same in ways that we also don't realize, right? So, as it relates to psychology, yes, women have a greater need to feel understood and feel safe in a gym. I understand it can look threatening and intimidating.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. But the men in the gym don't give a shit about you.
Listen.
We don't care.
They don't care. They can't multitask.
Yep.
If they're looking, if they're looking at their phone, they're only paying attention to what's on their phone. If they're looking for their water bottle, they're trying to have a drink of water. They're thirsty.
Yep.
All right. If they're looking at you, Lord only knows what they're thinking about. Who cares?
True.
You're not there for them.
Yep.
So mind your own damn beeswax and get on with what you were there for. Like, but this is the thing too. Women tend to have a challenging time putting themselves front and center in their own lives, and I get that.
Yep.
If you have children, if you are a stay-at-home parent, mom, spouse, whatever the case may be, you know, trailing spouse,
Yep.
you know, that comes up in the expat community too. I can understand that, but you get good at what you practice, right? Going back to first principles. So if you have practiced putting other people in front of you or ahead of you and prioritize other people ahead of you, then that's going to come second nature.
True.
That you're going to be really good at that.
That becomes norm.
That's your default. So if you want to get good at focusing on yourself, focus on yourself.
First, yes.
Like practice. Like to spend 5 minutes staring at yourself in the mirror and like admiring yourself, or journal for the first 5 minutes of the day, or go buy something new for yourself just because, like for no reason, but just because. Just small practices.
Yep.
And that builds and compounds over time. It doesn't have to be so obtuse. When I first started in the gym, so this chapter of my training,
Yep.
after my injury, I was easily over 30% body fat.
Was it the
Easily.
picture was in the IG?
The one that you sent
Yeah.
me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Easily. I was over 70 kg, so I was 15 kilos heavier than what I am now. And
Where were you with the mindset on that period?
I was worn out from being injured and being, like, by consequence, being inactive. Being obviously so active for so long,
Yeah.
being forced to not be active was really
It's
tough.
difficult, yeah.
It was so tough. No, but like genuinely, I couldn't walk to the bus stop. I could not walk 500 meters
Were you
without
panting?
getting a stitch.
Alright,
Yeah, no, like I couldn't breathe.
True.
I had a left rib and a right rib. That no intercostal. What intercostal? I had zero intercostal space. So that was really draining mentally because I just could not exercise. It wasn't even, hey, you have to do 70% of what you normally do.
No.
No, impossible, right? Yeah.
I couldn't anything.
For sure.
For
Yeah.
over 2 years. Like I would get exhausted. I couldn't even sit upright for half an hour. Half an hour, I'd be in so much pain
Yep.
from the inflammation and no intercostal space. I couldn't be upright for half an hour. I couldn't walk to a bus stop for 500 meters. So, you know, I could have let that stop me from getting my butt to the gym and changing my life. But I thought, hey, I know how to get myself back to where I was and then some.
Yep.
It's just a matter of process.
Yep.
Literally. And I had enormous compassion for myself because I knew I'd been through a lot. I knew that I'd been injured. I knew that this was just the start of the next chapter. I never
Fantastic.
judged myself, do you know? Like, that's the difference.
Yeah, the more or the moment you judge yourself, that's where the self-doubt comes in, right? So I mean, you just like what you say, get to B. From A,
Yes.
better just get to B.
Literally, just get to the next step.
Yep.
And so this is the thing, when people don't know my background and training history, they think, of course you like how you look. Like, look at you.
Yeah.
And
The
like-
reason why
Yes.
you're here today.
So that's easy.
Because for me, when I look at you, I know you got more than what you show. I mean, I believe you show just what you want to show in social media.
Yes.
But I know that's a story. That's a story that I would love to know. That's why I bring you here to this podcast for you to share to the audience. So for them to get inspired, for them to take that first step, and for women, of course, not to be intimidated and like you said, make mistake,
Yes.
get better from there.
Totally.
Yeah, right.
If that's the headspace that you take to the gym, like, so if I can be over 15 kilos heavier and more than double the body fat percentage I am today, and get to the gym, and trust me when I say my training was far from perfect. I was not a PT when I went to the gym. I was not a sports nutritionist when I went to the gym. I had a degree in public health, which means nothing
Yep.
as it relates to
Yeah.
fitness.
Didn't
I
know.
had extensive swimming history, so time in the pool. I had some gym training as it relates to my swimming training,
Yep.
which was still a bit sports specific.
Yep, for sure.
My training was so imperfect. It was so imperfect.
It's more like all over the place. Everybody.
Were you like
and
wild
motor-
guessing and stuff?
It's just changed a lot. It's just evolved a lot over time as I've come to learn. More obviously as I became more certified, as I've tried new things. So it doesn't need to be perfect.
Yep.
So when I say just make it as imperfect as possible, almost use that as the challenge.
Yep,
Like,
yep.
how imperfect can you make your first day in the gym?
Yeah, I mean, as long as you get moving, even you don't know how to use a certain machine, just bang it out.
Just, okay, push something.
Yep.
If it doesn't work, look at the instructions on the machine.
Yeah.
Chat GPT it. Take a photo, put it into Chat GPT, ask it what to do. You'll find a YouTube video.
Yeah, correct.
And at the end of the day, most people in the gym want you to win.
Yeah.
Because we're all there, the common denominator we have is that we're all there to better ourselves.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, we all have that in common at the gym. We are all there because we're working on something. And for
Do you think so? Do you feel? I mean, it's a good one. Do you feel that in Singapore, in the gym, are they helping out each other, or they just don't care about each other? Just to in a layman. Because what I observe in Singapore, I mean,
It's more of cultural.
Yeah, it's more cultural, yeah.
Asian countries, I mean, look, I mean, I can be an outliner. I see a lady or whoever. I look at them. No, you cannot do this. You see other guys, just ignore. Right, so I mean, more borderline of making sure they are not injuring themselves.
Yeah.
Right, so and then I mean, I will look at the person. If I were to go up to this person to show him or her how to do it, will I be given this response? Who are you? That kind of attitude. Culturally, right? So if you were to go to other countries, I've been to Australia a few times. I mean, I didn't step over. I see the guys there. Hey, ma'am, you shouldn't be doing this. They teach. I'm like, oh wow, that's good. I'm like, I mean,
yeah,
it's part of culture.
they are more receptive.
Yeah.
I mean, even when I go to London and so, they're more receptive in terms of the gym communities.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, this is our experience. But how do you, for yourself? How's your experience in the gym?
In Singapore?
Yeah.
Yep.
My AirPods are in before I step in. I talk to nobody. I leave. Do not talk to me when I'm in the gym.
Yep.
Though, with that said, I have seen a few people go to change a lat pull down attachment when it's a really tall
Yep.
lat pull. I have just about seen people have the cable whack them in the eye. I cannot. Like,
Yes, you.
I also cannot train myself
Yeah.
and stay focused on my own training.
Yeah, true.
If I see someone about to lose
Yep,
an
yep.
eyeball, that's not cool. So then I interfere.
Do you interview?
I
Do you-
absolutely
yeah.
interfere.
How do they respond?
Quite okay.
Okay.
No, quite okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, just stand on the seat. Just stand, like literally just stand on
Yep.
the seat and then change the attachment. And then no one dies. Everyone's got their eyeballs.
Yeah.
And we're good.
Yep.
So,
Or they have a concussion after that, or a big baluku here.
oh my goodness. That stresses me right out. That really stresses me out. There's a few times where I've made suggestions, mostly for safety. I mean, Australia is
Right.
a big health and safety focused
Yep.
nation. It's hard to deprogram that.
For sure.
And when you've seen machines almost lift off the floor and squat racks almost lift
Toppling
off the
over.
floor, I've had to sit on a pendulum to keep it on the ground before for someone else.
Yeah.
So that sort of thing, no, safety always safety first.
Yeah.
Also, then if I can't use the machine for a week, like you are dead to me.
Yeah.
Do you know? Like if a machine is out of order because you misused it, you're on my like not getting a Christmas card list.
Yeah.
I cannot.
Because I work in a gym. Of course, you will see that some guys will bang bang.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's my biggest pet peeve, right?
Yes.
I mean, you don't use pounds to get your PR or whatever
Yes.
not, right? So, firstly, you will damage the machine.
Yes.
You're being selfish. Other members who want to use it, and then of course, the members will complain to me, which one? Okay, I go up. Then the guy, oh, I know, you know, but you still do it. I'm looking at him. Okay. So sometimes, I mean,
It's weird, like,
Yeah,
right?
it's
When
weird, yeah.
the weirdest thing that I've seen in the gym, probably you guys can agree with me. Like even for adductor machine can be sport.
Yes.
Can you imagine that?
I mean, they have probably
Can you imagine
strong
that
adductor
adductor machine?
Yeah, they're very strong adductors.
I mean, I can understand a pull down.
Yes.
Yes, a
Very
seated row.
heavily- I was
Yeah,
gonna say
The
seated
cables
row.
will snap or something
like
like
for
that.
an adductor machine to be sport, I'm intrigued, man.
I want that footage. Send us the footage.
Yeah, so yeah, that's coming back to you. I mean, with what you've been doing right now, I believe you are quite established. Right now, I guess. Can I say I guess? Or should I assume? All right, I guess
Yes.
you have your community right now. Right, that's where you're putting into social media. Team Laura Phillips.
Yeah, that's it.
So, how big is your community right now?
How big is my community?
I would love to know. I mean, my audience would love to know. Probably they are keen and they are interested.
wanna reach out to
probably can they reach out to you?
They can absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I get a number of inappropriate DMs
Definitely,
on
right?
the regular, but
Definitely.
if you're a decent human with a legitimate question, you can always feel free to send me a message on Instagram.
Do you have like a community group in Telegrams or any other platform that?
At the moment, I do not. I'm really focused on building my team of trainers at the moment. So I'm onboarding other trainers.
Or how many trainers do you have?
At the moment, 2, soon to be 3.
Nice.
So
Lady
yeah,
boss.
Yeah, exactly. Got the dream.
How long already have this been established? This group, this team.
That's a great question. Last 6 months. This year's
Nice.
been a real push.
Quite recent.
Yeah, it's been a real push the
Alright.
last 6 months. So we're looking to become a team of 5 this year,
Okay.
Nice.
including myself. Like, okay, maybe team of 6,
Mm-hmm.
and just get really good at being a team of 5 or 6.
Alright.
Then maybe branch out to another location. Maybe.
Alright. Currently, you're at Core Collective, right?
We're in Dempsey Hill though.
Isn't that Core Collective as well? No.
That's different, I think.
Different.
Change.
Alright.
Different. Hush hush.
Okay.
Alright.
Sneaky squirrel.
Okay,
I got a question.
Yeah, I
for
know.
you.
Sorry, he was very wanting to us. Yeah.
Bit passe.
Okay, the reason being because look, I mean, some ladies will see me intimidating as a trainer.
Yes.
So funnily,
You're a teddy bear.
true, all of them will
He's a
say that.
teddy.
Everyone
Is that
will
a
say that. So the thing is that me being me like this, about 80% of my clients are female. Funny story.
Yeah.
So the thing is, I want to ask you, what if I have these 2 ladies, right? One's gonna get married, all right? I want to lose weight. Okay, she want to
All
lose
your
weight.
thoughts.
She want to lose weight. She's not that. I don't want to use the word fat. She's not that overly big. I mean, she's tiny. I asked her, where do you want to lose? I mean, what part of you want to lose?
From your left big toe.
Yeah, I mean, look.
20 grams.
Yep. I mean, here, I'm like, no, we don't do spot reduction, right?
Yeah,
So
of
even
course.
though you will lose fat, you lose everywhere.
Yes.
So that is, she's about to get married. Another one, a young lady, 16-year-old. 16-year-old. Mom says she's fat in her legs. Mama, okay, dad say you're fine. So 16-year-old, right? She looks athletic. She looks pretty good. From another country, right? Asian country also. So I guess in that culture, is frowned upon if your legs are big. I'm like, I asked her, mom and dad, who has a bigger frame, bigger dad? You got the genetics from your dad. You can't change that. Even the amount of cardio heat session, you're still gonna have that. And then she said, I said, look, her body fat percentage is about, I can't recall, it's about, I think, 19 for
Okay.
16. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm like, okay, not too bad.
Yeah.
I want to go lower. I said, no. You know, you will have issues with your
How to stage
your
lean?
best friends every
Yeah.
month, you know.
Yeah.
Then her reply was, good, I don't have also good. I'm like, no, you will messed up your hormones.
Yeah.
We're too young to have hormone issues.
Yeah.
That's way too young.
Yep. So me having this conversation with these 2 ladies, it put me into a spot where is this coming from? I look, everyone is trying to fit into a wedding dress. I understand that, but your wedding dress will definitely be okay. It's just I told both of you, I mean, separately, you just be strong, get strong, right? You put on a bit of muscle mass, the tone look will be there. I don't like to use the word tone, right?
Yeah.
So you look stronger, and you will perform better. And the one that gonna get married, her eye bag is all over the place. I'm looking. Do you sleep enough? Yeah, I sleep 6-7 hours. Quality? No. She eats like a bird twice a day. The other one, once a day.
Oh my.
I'm like, where is this coming from? So, how would you approach these 2 ladies?
That's a really good question. It's really unfortunate that so many women have body dysmorphia and the neighboring conditions of body dysmorphia. And
Okay, before you start, the older one, the husband to be, is chubby.
walao.
Walao, there you go. That's English finally, Laura.
I have so much Singlish.
Was waiting for that.
I am really proficient, I have to say, after 10 years.
From the time we saw, I was like, where's that Singlish?
You want more? I'll bring it.
Why not?
So that is the same. Well, I'm like looking at her, huh? So where is this coming from?
Ayo. Okay,
Ayo,
so
yeah.
Ayo.
what to say? It's challenging because a wedding being a day of significance, something you hope to do once,
Definitely.
and to really feel great in your own skin. But how good are you going to feel in your own skin if you are malnourished and underslept and not even nourished enough to put on the muscle required to get that definition you want.
Correct.
And that lean, sculpted
Look.
look.
Yep.
I hate using those words. That you're looking for. You need the fuel to build the body of your dreams.
Correct. I told
Right.
them exactly.
You need the fuel. So going back to how I wound up with costochondritis, which is not something that you want.
Yep.
That I heavily believe what triggered that, what perhaps the first domino, unknowingly was insufficient iron, like stores.
Yep.
So my serum iron was fine, hemoglobin all good,
All good.
Okay.
but ferritin none.
Not good.
0. So you need the right fuel, and I think it's just been so societally and culturally kind of ingrained since the 1990s to have that cocaine chic look,
Oh yes.
Say it again, Laura.
right? Kate Moss, I'm looking at you. No, I think thankfully in more recent times, curves have become more accepted. And I don't just mean curves in terms of, boobs and ass.
Yep.
I mean in terms of glutes. I mean like
Understand.
curves from
Yep,
muscle.
yep.
Curves
Yeah.
from muscle. So I think that's become more socially acceptable. In this region of the world, it still seems as though there's hesitation around that.
For sure.
There still seems to be more expectation as it relates to look. I mean, I have people comment on my appearance. I've had taxi drivers comment on my arms. I've had cleaning uncles comment on the fact that I shouldn't lift weights. I'm like, bro, I pen you at your face. Okay, like,
Exactly. Keep it to yourself,
I'm
right?
gonna pen you at your face.
So I think like what you say, the mindset of the men here actually have to change, so that it doesn't cascade down to the women. You know what I mean? So even as much as the women want to be a bit more muscular, a bit more stronger, if you go back home, someone in the man, hey, you look like a man, that come into the self doubt.
Yeah, it's very familiar. I mean, I have
the
clients.
vicious cycle go around and around
Yeah.
again, right? So we're trying. I mean, as much as us trainers, coaches, trying to tell them, look, women, you can get stronger, no issues. But the men out there, I think, okay, I dare to say this: the men are insecure.
I just wanted to say this
Yes.
because, like, a very good example of my client. I mean, she's Swedish.
Okay,
I would say 1'8".
okay.
Yeah, very fit and stuff, but she want to explore more. She wants to do like triathlon, sprint
Right.
triathlon, high rocks and stuff. It's just, but she want to get much more leaner and stuff. It's just that what's stopping her is the partner. Yeah, and in terms
What's
of
his name? I go find him.
no, it's alright. I shan't disclose it. Yeah, so basically, it's like what Sari mentioned. It's more into insecurity. I mean, men should start accepting good figure. That like what you said. I mean, glutes rather than butt. Right? Yeah, because I feel that they need to expand and dive in further into accepting this kind of physique and being active as well. Just rather taking that, can I say, second class physique?
You can.
Right? Yeah. So yeah, I believe like before the women start these changes, a man should start change in their
True.
mentality as well. Yeah. I'm not putting the man down, but I guess that's the weakness coming from our side.
I think it's such a good point, though. I mean, very rarely is one issue completely unique and of the fault of one gender. So, men have their fair share of challenges and issues, but women still need to look at the role and responsibility they have in whether they are perpetuating that or whether they are helping men in general rise to the occasion. So how are we enabling each other both in a good and maybe not so good way? Men enabling women to be insecure about themselves, women enabling women to be insecure about themselves.
Right.
We also are, by the way. So I think it's a really good point. And as it relates to men inherently, biologically speaking, needing to be providers and protectors,
Yep, correct.
if you as a man feel weak, on a subconscious level, you cannot protect shit.
True.
So go do something about that. Like, get your ass to the gym. Learn how to protect yourself.
Correct. True.
Learn how to defend yourself. Do like taekwondo or something, jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Because even less fit, I know men who are less fit, but they know self-defense. Like they
Correct.
know
True.
martial
Yeah,
art.
yeah.
They're very secure.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're very chill. They're like, yeah, I'm a little dad bod,
Yeah.
but I'm a like brown belt in jiu-jitsu. I'm like, oh, okay.
So they have no qualms like probably their partner going to gym. Go. Kind of thing. So this is another issue where, I mean, when I say men are generally culturally here a bit more insecure, because let's put it this way: the men that who are really into the gym, fitness community here is a small percentage, right? The greater scheme of guys, maybe off and on they go to the gym, but when I put this a few experiences in my life, I mean, I have seen it to the point I'm become numb to the point that okay, look, if I were to go to a kopitiam, right, to get something to eat or with my wife and so on, or with my grandchildren, right, so I will be numb in whether people looking at me, but then my wife, my son, my grandkids will say, "Papa, why they looking at you? They give me dirty looks and stuff like that." Look, I'm fine, right? So I just tell them they are insecure, right? The dirty looks at, even the partners. If one does that, the other one will look and then look up and down like, why are you like this? Why you're not like us? I'm like, why would I want to be like you to begin with?
It's
right?
not aspirational.
Yep. So I mean, there will be some guys who or guys who are like, oh, look at you like, oh, smile. I take that. I'm fine with that. You give you dirty looks and stuff like that. I mean, you have work cut out for you. You know what I mean? If I look this way because I put in the effort, it goes to show. So if the spouses are like that, and the female version of them, I mean, the other partner will kind of look at me and then probably look at their partner again. You know what I mean? Why aren't you like that? And that causes some issues. So in culturally over here, sometimes I look at it from the case of those two ladies, right? I'm more concerned about what are the partners are doing, or for her, the younger one, the dad or the mom, kind of thing. So over here, you need to change the mindset. Also the men. Look, if the wife, I got one recently. Sorry to sidetrack a bit. Husband wants the wife to join the gym.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting.
Very interesting.
Love this.
Okay, this is part where I'm like, huh? I was sitting near there having my meal. I can hear them, right? They're of my race, okay? Husband asks my colleague, my manager, do you have women's only hours at the Active SG Singapore gym? She said, no, this is all 24 hours. Anyone can come here.
What, woman only hours?
Active SG has that, right?
So he thought that it's just like the club having
yeah,
a tea
yeah.
dance and stuff.
So what I mean, certain hours, in
KTV.
in Tampines, Active SG gyms, from 3 to 5 is only women only. Yes, fun fact, huh? And it's still in fact.
Really now?
Yeah, if you look at
You mean now Active SG?
I think
3
so.
to 5?
Yeah, certain days.
I've never heard about that.
Yeah.
Have you?
No.
Yeah.
I've seen that before, right? So okay, Tampines actually previously, remember the swimming pool park?
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
move out to
Yeah,
where it is
yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Okay, he asked that question.
Really?
I'm like, oh, damn,
Okay,
that is how
interesting.
many donkey years ago. I'm like, this way. Then my manager was saying, no, we don't have that. The women are okay. You can go up there. Down. Then the husband like frowned. Okay then, thank you. The wife like, huh? They just move up. I'm like, who cares?
Well, no.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
I mean, okay, let's.
I guess the man is paying.
Yeah, for sure.
But the thing is, does it even matter?
I have so much to say about this.
Yep.
So strap yourselves in. I look, on one hand, I can understand women feeling intimidated by a space which often, visually speaking, can feel very masculine.
True.
There's a lot of dark colors, not the best lighting, not all the time. There's machinery which is very like mechanical, straight lines, angular, unfamiliar. So it can visually be very intimidating for those reasons. And then you have big teddy bears who also seem intimidating when
Yep.
they're not.
I'm not.
They're not. The bigger they are, the friendlier they are, by the
True.
way. That's what I've noticed. So I can empathize with that. But again, what are women doing about creating emotional safety within themselves?
Yep.
So if you go throughout your day and you are comparing yourself and judging yourself and putting yourself down, and doubting yourself and feeding into your self-doubt, you're going to find most spaces outside of your own home to be intimidating.
Yep, true.
Because you just feel intimidated. Like, you are very swayed and influenced by external factors if that's your internal psyche.
Correct.
You know, if that's your internal dialogue.
True.
So I think women need to, first of all, recognize that and be a little bit more responsible for how intimidated they feel. And instead of externalizing it and blaming the gym or the paint scheme or the machines or the teddy bears, like, just own the fact that you feel out of place. You feel like you don't belong here, and that everything feels unfamiliar. But when you start anything new, you're going to experience that.
Yeah.
If I stepped onto a baseball pitch, I would be like, what am I doing here?
Yeah, it's ground zero, right?
I'd be like, what, like, where, which base, where, what, how, why?
Yeah, for sure.
I would feel so out of place if I was on stage with like Red Hot Chili Peppers. I'd be like, I don't know how I got here.
Yep, correct.
Is this correct? Why? Because it's unfamiliar. I don't go on stage every single day or every other week, and I don't play the guitar. So that would feel weird and intimidating and unfamiliar, but that doesn't mean that I can't, you know, perform well in that space.
Definitely.
It's just unfamiliar.
Yep.
And so if we always do the same things the same way, the same time, with the same people, then everything outside of that is going to feel weird.
Yep.
And so if you don't go to the gym and you're not in practice of going to the gym or going to unfamiliar places, of course, everything outside of your own home is going to feel strange.
True.
You have to stop blaming the gym. You have to stop blaming the people in the gym, the men in the gym. The men don't give a shit.
Yeah, we don't care.
They don't care.
We don't care.
You wear pink tights, they don't care. You wear blue tights, they don't care. They don't remember.
Yep.
You have your hair in a ponytail, they don't notice. It's in a bun, they couldn't care less.
Yep.
It's blonde, brown, red, purple.
See, that's the issue, right? I mean, going to a gym, when a man, to a gym where men will hit on them, become an issue. Going to a gym whereby men ignore them and focus on their training, become an issue as well.
Yep.
You understand where I'm coming from?
They can't win either way. They cannot win either way. Also, just because a man talks to you doesn't mean he's hitting on you. Doesn't mean he's trying to get your number.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean he's like sexually
So
interested in you.
what I mean is, like, women at times when they go to a gym whereby men start talking to them, it become an issue.
Right.
So, but when we show them all the alternative, that where they can go into the gym, where no man's gonna approach you, where the man in the gym is really focused on training, they get intimidated. So where's the middle line?
Precisely.
Right?
Precisely that.
Yeah.
So women have to understand, look, but like, women are biologically wired in a certain way. Men are biologically wired in a certain way. Biology is biology. Biology will do what biology will do.
Yep.
Okay? So if a man finds you attractive and he approaches you in a gym, chill. It's not the end of the world, honey buns. If you're interested in him, give him your number. If you're not,
Just say no.
just be like, thank you so much for the conversation. I've got another set to do.
True.
Yep.
Okay? If you don't want to talk to anybody, do what I do. Put your AirPods in before you get there.
That's the
Walk
simplest trick,
in.
right?
I do not take my AirPods out.
Yeah.
I do not make eye contact.
I mean, not only for you, I guess. I mean, for me, I mean, not saying that women talk to me. I mean, I just put it on, even if it's weak, I just put it on because I don't want to talk to anyone, even men, even friends. You know, I just want to hit to the gym,
Yes.
do my training, and
We leave.
and that's why I got feedbacks and remarks about people say, oh, he's a bit arrogant and stuff. I'm not arrogant. I just want to train.
You're
you
in
know?
the zone. You're locked in.
Exactly.
You're
Yeah.
locked in. I get it. Same thing. Same feedback. But hey, I don't owe you a conversation. I'm not there for you. I'm there to fuck myself up.
Yeah. Very true. Very true.
Like,
Very true.
I'm taking my demons for a walk.
Yep.
So you want my time, you gotta pay for my time.
Exactly.
You want my
Exactly.
energy, you gotta pay for my energy.
Exactly.
My energy right now is going into coming up with new ways to fuck myself up.
True.
Right?
Very
So
true.
like, what double drop set combination can I come up with?
Yep.
Yeah, no, look, I think women really blame their feelings way too much on external factors. The moment you take responsibility for things, you get power back. And so
Listen, women. Listen.
if you want to feel powerful, take responsibility for things that are in your control, like your emotions.
Very
It's
true.
not the fault of men, Okay.
Very
So
true.
if they seem standoffish, it's because they're focused on what they're doing. We
Yep.
want men to focus on what they're doing. We
Exactly.
want men to
Much
have
more
a
better
purpose.
that way, right? Yeah.
Men without a purpose are dangerous.
Yep.
Okay, so if they're dialed in, great, cool. If they approach you, you're not interested, find a way to deflect.
Yeah.
If you're interested, give them your number. Like that's the flow chart.
Yep.
That's the flow chart. Literally, like that's it. That's as complicated as it needs to get.
Very true. Very true. Nice.
Okay, one more question. What do you say to the ladies who are the cardio bunnies?
The what?
Cardio bunnies. Cardio bunnies.
Ayo.
Yes.
You know? There's another ayo.
Talking about cardio, I've never seen you posting any cardio bunny.
Because I'm not a cardio.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, so see, the thing is, in my gym we have 3 free trials for a session with me, 3 times, right?
Okay.
So some of these cardio bunnies will utilize that, right? So the first session will be more consultation, getting to know the person, their lifestyle, their nutrition, and get them on the Evolve team, get the body scan, everything. So the second one, training. Okay, the first one also include the strength test, right? Funny. Okay, that's another story. So when they come to see me with the real training itself per se, they say, I meet you downstairs, you can put your stuff there. Oh, we're not going upstairs. Why should we go upstairs? Upstairs is all the machine, the cardio machine, right? Nothing against the pin loaded machine, that's fine, right? The reason why I want you to come down here so that you get the hang of it here.
Yeah.
Where the big dumbbells are, the other machines are
I
there,
mean, what's-
all the
what's-
men there.
What's the point having a personal trainer when you just want to do cardio, right?
Oh.
All these personal trainers, also all these personal trainers basically. It's like, all right, hi, appointment at 5 p.m. All right, change into your training attire, warm up 10 minutes on the trainer.
Yeah,
Have you-
that's a big pet peeve for me, right? Okay, so when based on the strength test, I set up a program to improve the weakness. Probably hamstrings are bad. We do a bit of hinge movement, see how you do well with that. Then load you up a bit here and there, do a bit of squats here and there. Then she realized, and when the peak hour comes in, all the men over there, then she do. The men are not looking at me. You see? Why you get so instinct?
care.
They don't care.
They don't care.
They don't care. When she will come up. Oh, if you don't bring me here, I wouldn't be here. I mean, look, you can utilize both, right? The pin-loaded machine and the free weights and the cables, whatever not, right? It doesn't matter. Then after that, then the other ladies who are always on the ground, on the first floor, and they do all the squat, the booty stuff, right? I say, look, there are ladies here. Oh yeah, because they come in, boom. Wow, to them this don't exist. You know, this area don't exist because my gym is a 2-floor thing. You go in, go up straight there. They don't even look at this side because they put them. I think men. I mean, who cares? The men don't care. Nobody don't care. When they see me training women, they even say, "Oh, you need this?" I ask them, "Can we share?" Oh no, you take. See. I mean, it's because of you. No. You can ask them, mommy says, do they have? You can work in together or share with them. They're fine. If you can't reach them, they can take it for you. If the leg put down machine is a bit shorter for you or too tall for you, you can do it for them. So since that, I try to change the mindset of the women. Stay down here. Even I think we had my boss earlier, right? I mean,
Kane, yeah.
right. So he likes that because he wants the women not only to be at the cardio machine, do some strength training, right? Even you can rotate between, like if you have a superset, even though up and down, right? You still go up and down, right?
Simply said, right, for all the ladies out there, the audience itself, 90% strength training, 10% cardio
cardio.
bunny. Look,
Right?
simply,
12% body fat.
yeah, 12% body fat. It's
I
as
work
simple
out
as
like
that.
this.
I mean, touching base to what we're talking, right? Just wondering in terms of Team Laura Phillips, all right? How's the client base like?
Yeah.
Like, I know it's relating, but I'm just skipping it. All right. So how's the client base like? How's the percentage? How's the ratio of men to
To
women?
women.
Mostly women. 90 fluctuates a little bit. I would say typically 85 to 90% women. Typically.
Right. How's the men that you're getting in? How do you handle them and how do they respond?
Genuinely, I love them.
For sure. I mean, coming from you, you love them. But coming from them,
Coming from the men,
Yeah.
I'm sure they love me.
I mean,
For sure.
I mean,
I mean-
from a perspective of a man having a trainer who's a woman, a lady.
I mean, no dubs in your
Yeah, a training. Yes,
in
correct.
your training, but it's more to them.
So the men who seek me out know that I know my stuff, right? So they're not just looking for a female for the sake of like having a side piece or having a female who will give them attention.
Yep.
It's a long
Because
way.
I will crush your balls in 2 seconds,
Yeah.
and they know that,
Yeah.
right? Like the men who train with me, they also have to be intelligent.
Yeah,
If they're not intelligent, there's no way in hell I'm training them.
for sure.
So they're excellent because they appreciate my attention to detail. They appreciate my expertise.
I can see the graph.
And they get that as much as they get the rest of the whole package that I might be. So, I mean, I love them. They're great. They turn up. They're fun. They do the job. Always professional, always gentleman, always polite and respectful. So
Nice.
I only have the highest compliments to my male clients.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just asking this because I mean, men have their egos. I mean, to train with a lady, even knowing that you know your stuff, they will be thinking, I'm better than you. You know, this kind of sort of mentality.
I think.
Yeah.
I think.
But I mean, I know now at this current generation is really different. It's a flip over. Yeah.
I think if a man engages you, someone with your reputation,
Prior knowledge and stuff.
prior
Yeah.
knowledge, they're more secure men.
Also, what comes to mind is they're typically, don't mind me saying, a little bit older. So typically late 40s,
Yep.
50s.
All right.
So they're also old enough to have that wisdom.
Yep.
They're old enough to know that there's stuff that they don't know.
Yeah.
And they don't come to me with ego.
That's personally how I assume, I guess, that age ranges. I believe those 20, early 30s would have friction to come to you due to ego, thinking they are way much more better and thinking that they are the meathead in the gym and stuff. Yeah.
It's funny when you get into a little bit of a conversation with a guy who thinks he's top shit. Because
Like who?
Tell you after. Let's spill the real tea. Is there an after show?
Oh,
Stick around,
yeah.
Spill some tea. Spill some tea.
we talk after this, right? Behind the scene. I would love to hear that. Sorry, you know where I'm coming from, eh?
I have no idea. I have no idea. Okay.
Alright, so moving forward. Okay, I mean,
They look, they so I've seen I've been in Singapore 10 years now. Okay, so I've seen some impressive things in the gym as it relates to what men can lift.
Yeah.
Like I've seen men strap plates to 7-kilo dumbbells. I've seen 5-plate squats, 5-plate deadlifts for reps, and then off a deficit, right? So and machines almost fly off the ground and racks almost fall over. So, you know, when you've seen that, it's hard to unsee that.
Yeah.
When you've not just seen that, like that is one thing. Beyond a certain point, you can't really comprehend
yeah.
that weight. You can't really comprehend what that feels like. But you can absolutely respect the intensity and the focus that it takes to move that weight
Correct.
and make it look effortless.
Yep.
And when you see the mastery behind some of those lifts and to have witnessed some of that, and to even, like, some of my male friends will send me videos. It's really cute. Some of them send me videos of their lifts. And we kind of have, like, this bad idea ping pong,
Yeah, for sure.
where they'll
Yeah,
send me a bad idea and I'm like, cool,
yeah,
good
it will be a
one.
good discussion, right? Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going to do that. That's going to suck.
Yep.
And then I'll come up with something else and send it over to them. And
Yep.
they're like, oh, okay, well now I have to do it. I'm like, you have to do it, you know? So that's really fun. I really, really enjoy that. But when you've seen someone under 80 kilos back squat 5 plates,
Amazing, eh?
when a guy wants to tell you that he can chest press 35 kilos, you're like, oh, well done. Great job. Slow clap. Do you know?
Okay. Based on that, you see all that. Your 10 years in Singapore. How much has the gym culture changed? Okay. First thing. How much more men, right, in the gym right now? Below probably. I mean, 20s and early 30s. That's one. You can see any improvement from there. And secondly, from the 10 years that you're around in Singapore, the amount of women in the gym, not the cardio bunnies, right? Has that percentage gone up? I mean, has that improved out of 10 years you've been here?
Do you know I couldn't get a protein bar when I first moved here? Do you know how hard it was to get supplements?
Yep.
Walao.
Yes. That goes to share. That goes to show that how much we have improved.
Well, Singapore's very kiasu. It doesn't like to be less than top 5 for
Yep.
anything.
Correct.
So if Singapore comes to realize it's number 6 on a list, it's like
Yep.
True.
cracks the whip. That's what we love about Singapore.
Very true.
It's definitely changed. It's definitely more health conscious. I've certainly noticed that. I love that there's so many young people in the gym. You go to anytime fitness or
Yep.
commercial gym in Singapore, I feel like every hour of the day you see people in their 20s, maybe late teens, 20s, early 30s there. And I just love that. And there's, Telegram groups of people who are hard gym goers, asking for tips and tricks. I love that it's almost like a social hangout. I mean, you can't
Yep.
really go clubbing in Singapore. Like, there's not a great nightlife.
Yep.
But it's kind of like the alternative. It's like a really healthy alternative.
Do you see? Because in my gym, some of the members are friends now. To the point that after they train, they hang out with us. Hang out with us.
Yeah.
They have their meals there.
Yes.
we have a place for them to eat and stuff like that,
Yeah.
right? So it has changed
For sure.
for sure. But after COVID, it has become a gym culture where everyone knows everyone. Unless if you're a new member, then slowly that new member becomes our inner circle kind of thing. So, in that perspective, for the women, do you think that has changed?
There's not a lot of women. There's also I would say there's not a lot of people in their 40s. I'd love to see more people in their 40s and 50s in the gym.
My age.
So there you go. I don't see or notice many people, mind you, Asians age really well.
Yeah, true.
So, maybe they're older than what they appear to be. But I would love to see more people in their 40s and 50s in the gym. I would love to see more women lifting. Maybe 10 if you're at peak hour, maybe 20%.
Yeah, good.
At a stretch.
At a stretch, yes.
At a stretch, maybe 20% of the women are actually on gym floor, not on cardio.
Yep.
But that's a stretch. So I would love to see more young women lifting because it's never going to be this easy to build muscle.
Yeah,
Like
for
that's
sure.
the thing.
Yep.
That's the thing. And then the sad truth is, so many of the women I work with who have entered menopause or are premenopausal, they're all under-muscled.
Yep.
And then every natural symptom and byproduct of menopause is experienced 10 times worse
That's true.
when you're under-muscled.
Correct.
And you're never going to get this window again.
Yep.
Because naturally testosterone declines late 20s, early 30s.
Yep.
If you don't capture that window,
Yep. The boat will sail away.
now not to say don't start in your 30s. Like today is the best day to lift weights.
Yeah,
Yep.
start today.
Like today is
Yeah.
the best day to start.
True.
The next best day is tomorrow.
Yeah.
But if you miss that window, that's a really golden opportunity
Yep.
to build as much muscle mass as you possibly can
Yeah,
and bone
definitely.
density
Yep.
for that matter. Because too many women who come to me have osteopenia, have low bone density, and are under muscled.
True.
And then it's easy to be high body fat
Yep.
when
yep.
you're under muscled
Yeah, definitely.
and when you have poor bone density.
That's exactly what I say to all the women that come in. You build muscle
Yes.
so that you will have a higher metabolism. Right?
Yes.
You can eat a bigger capacity in terms of an engine. Right?
Yes.
Then you look at me. No, you will not look like me. When that look, I know you will never look like me, right? Yeah, even as a natural person a guy trying to build muscle, it's harder, right?
Yes.
And women do not have the same hormonal things that we.
Yes.
Correct. And even when you're older, even worse, right? So it's not easy. Not that you're gonna do a single bench press, you're gonna look like Arnold tomorrow, right? Exact word that they're like, oh no. If everyone is that easy, everyone will be out there going in tomorrow will look like Arnold. No.
People are so delusional. It's like you think you're going to become Michael Schumacher because you drove a car fast once.
Yep.
Like I drove a Lamborghini once, so now I'm going to become like Kimi Räikkönen or something.
Yeah.
Like, are you out of your mind?
Yep.
Are you out of your mind? It's not that easy.
So sometimes it's hard to. I'm not saying hard. It's more an uphill task for people like us trying to educate the women that thinking that you lifting weights will make you bulky, right? That's the worst.
I want to be bulky. I want to be a bulk ass bitch.
Show off your shoulders. There you go.
So sore, by the way.
Talking about sore, where some of the women they went through some of the training. I feel so sore. That's training. Now you're really training. And
Yes.
some of them will say, I train. Yeah. Okay. When they go through the session with me, this is what called training. This is intensity. When I say tomorrow they can't walk for a few days doing
Yes.
squats, and that's normal. Don't worry.
Yes.
You'll be functioning after 3-4 days. You're fine, provided you eat enough protein. Then now I know why you say you have to eat protein more.
Yes.
I have one lady who can't walk for a week. I'm like,
Oh, bro.
because
Yeah.
do you eat enough? No. Yeah, there you go.
Also, if you didn't sleep enough,
Yep.
if you didn't hydrate enough,
Yep.
if you've got to take your magnesium,
Yep.
you know,
So
accumulates.
over here, I mean, even don't start with the supplement thing. Women, you ask them to probably take a few things. No, what side effect? Even a protein powder. Some of them will ask me, would that cause kidney damage?
You can have 3 grams per kilo of what you ate in, so we're perfectly fine.
Yeah,
If
that's
your
it.
kidneys are broken, it's probably because these studies are done on typically like bodybuilders, figure athletes, right?
Yes,
and
correct.
people forget that they're on PEDs.
Yep.
That's
Yes,
why their
yeah.
kidney profile
Yep.
is going to look different. That's why their
Yeah.
blood panel is going to look a little
That's
different.
what I told my client
It's
every
not the
time.
protein.
Yep.
It's the
Even-
performance enhancing everything
Yes.
else.
Yeah, even I told them you drink a whole 5-pound protein powder in one day, you won't your kidney more resilient than that. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, it's the filter for you.
Yeah.
If God were to make that filter so fragile, why would God put that filter in there?
I also
Exactly,
love that people get so preoccupied with these things and then they don't even stop to question how much alcohol they consume in a week.
Oh yeah.
Very nice.
I'm like, but the 2 bottles of wine a night aren't going to destroy your kidneys? Weird. I didn't know that.
True.
So sometimes, that is, as we try to, as much as in our community, we try to change one person at a time. But sometimes you you tell them this, then tomorrow, hey, I saw this article. Here we go.
Oh my goodness.
And so that one session can become like 20 minutes explaining.
Yes.
So I'm like, can we get going? You know what I mean?
Also, quality of research makes a big difference, right? So anyone can study anything and
Yep.
find whatever they want to find. And a lot of research is sponsored by companies who have an agenda to
Yep.
find a particular outcome
Yep.
to push whatever it is at the
Prior
time.
to what they want, yeah,
Yeah.
true. Very true.
Precisely. So, I mean, at the end of the day, we've studied people on over 3 grams of protein per kilo of body weight. They're still completely fine. Their kidneys didn't fall out.
Yep.
They're still intact.
Very
And
true.
if they had a kidney issue, it's most likely they already had a kidney issue.
Yes, correct.
And or they were on performance enhancing drugs.
Yep.
It's either or.
Yeah.
True. Very nice. All right, I think we are at 90-minute mark now. It's been a long one, but all right, we don't want to dive in more into details and supplements and stuff.
Yeah, correct.
So basically, just last question before we wrap up. I mean, what's your expansion in the next 5 years for Team Laura Phillips and for Laura Phillips itself? And how can my audience or the ladies or even the men
Yeah.
can get through you? I mean, despite I'm gonna drop your handles
Okay,
on.
thank you.
Yeah.
So they can always reach out on Instagram. It might go to my message requests. So if I don't reply, it might just be in a folder that I haven't checked. So bear with me. For me personally, I'm an Angmo, so I'm just trying to stay in
Angmo.
this country. I'm an Angmo. Singmo, actually.
Yeah, Singmo.
Singmo.
Yeah.
I'm trying to just stay in the country and not get deported, plain and simple. I want to get a little closer to Lawrence Wong so we can make sure I stay in this country. He's gonna be my bestie before he knows it. He doesn't know it yet. Kind of joking, but also not
Yeah,
joking.
for sure.
So I just want to stay in the country. Honestly, I love Singapore. It's home. I just never want to leave. Sorry, Australia, but Singapore's number one. So I'm trying to stay here. That's the big goal, and obviously expand my team. So getting to a team of 5 or 6 this year, then looking to potentially branch out to other locations and just become a really high performing team of 5 or 6 and support people in different ways. So I've onboarded a gentleman who's proficient in Pilates and yoga, which is very
Nice.
complementary to
Yeah.
not just what I do, but sometimes people need physiotherapy,
Yep.
but getting to a physiotherapist isn't very practical.
True.
Sometimes they've got a niggly knee
Yep.
or a shoulder thing, and that's where something like Pilates can be really
Effective.
effective and
Yeah,
complementary
yeah.
and keep people going without people having to like slow down and stop you.
Yeah, we have very exclusive skills, right? Yeah.
So just trying to look at other areas in which we can help our existing clients and just help them elevate their performance to the next level, because we primarily work with business owners and like C-level execs who do
Nice.
14-hour days, they travel every other day of the week.
Yeah.
And so we just really want to optimize their performance.
Very nice.
So just optimizing our performance so we can help them
Correct. True.
optimize theirs as
Yeah.
well. That's,
Nice.
that's the big goal.
Very, very nice. Anything to add? Sorry.
No. Go to her IG handle, and for the women, you're not gonna be bulky. Look at her. She's not bulky, right? Like the two of us and these two gorillas here, right? So and look, be in the gym for yourself. As simple as that, right? Listen to what she say, and then, I mean, regardless of how you feel, self-doubt and so on and so forth, be in the gym and then use her as an example where, look, she can do it and you guys can do it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's about it.
All right, Laura. I'm really glad that you're making a time on your Sunday. I mean, you're a hustler yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah, to be present in our humble podcast.
Yep.
Oh,
Right.
it's my pleasure.
Yeah, because I was trying to figure out and finding someone, a lady who can emphasize and bring real value for them to understand. Yeah, whereby I just don't want to bring a woman who sit in and doing just bodybuilding. I'm giving this
Just
kind of
has,
space.
like,
Yes,
Yeah,
correct.
Green
Yeah.
juice. So
yeah, because I see you as can I call you an influencer?
I guess.
Yeah.
If you want to.
So I would say
Practitioner. I like to practice what I
yeah.
preach. I don't just
So,
talk about it.
I see you as like an influencer, a practitioner, and a coach, where you're putting what you're working with, and putting things on the table, and you don't emphasize about bodybuilding. Yeah, so I want to bring a different dynamic to the crowd, to the audience, more of to the lady. That's why I bring you here today.
I'm so grateful.
Yeah, I really appreciate you make your time. I know it's Sunday. How's your Sunday look like usually?
Yep.
There's work every day of the week.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So yeah. Once again, thank you very much. And yeah, we want to give a shout out to Phil Stretch Performance for sponsoring this video. If you need any thing to fix for yourself, drop to their DMs, website, and get your
get
appointment
fixed-
in.
your appointment on time, and I mean book early, right? Because the slots are limited. They're quite busy, and just get in here, get fixed, get mobile.
All right. Any last word from you, Laura, for them?
Oh, any last words?
No funny DMs.
They'll come anyway.
All right.
They'll arrive anyway. Look, I think a lot of women would be a lot happier if they accepted that their natural body shape is their natural body shape.
Nice.
So I was having this conversation yesterday, and it's come up a few times in the last month where if a person is, for example, like a pear shape or an hourglass or an apple, if you've always had that shape, you will always be that shape. Your proportions are your proportions,
Yeah,
right?
they-
So if someone naturally has a small waist, they naturally have a small waist.
Yeah, simply to say, it's like the frame and chassis of a car, right? You can't change that, right?
You know. And so I think a lot of women would be a lot happier if they created acceptance of that and just work towards becoming the healthiest and strongest version of that, rather than wishing they were a pear shape when they're an hourglass, or wishing they were an hourglass when they're an apple.
All right, listen that, ladies.
Because literally at the end of the day, the only way you can change that is if you're going to like do surgery.
True.
If you're going to surgically remove something, then okay, maybe.
For sure,
But
definitely.
most people are not going to do that, right? Like, I was saying to someone yesterday, when I was 15 kilos heavier, a little too much info, but the ladies will appreciate that. When I was 15, 1.5, right? That's a fair chunk. I barely graduated to a B cup. Barely. What does that tell you? I just have a small bust.
Yeah.
I just naturally have a small bust. 15 kilos heavy and like, but nothing went to my chest, okay? I've always had a small waist, even when I was 15 kilos heavier. Proportionately, my waist was just narrower.
Yep.
Yeah.
So instead of wishing you were a different shape and that your skeleton were different, just become the strongest version of that shape, because they're all beautiful and chances are someone else would love to be that shape.
As simple as that.
Yep.
Simple as that.
Correct.
All right, nice one.
Yep.
All right, thank fellas, for stay tuned to episode 18. We'll see you on the next episode. And thank you again, Laura.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thanks
again,
for
sorry.
having me.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Ciao.
Bye.